So Alan Mulally is a great example of what I think leadership today is all about. So he was at Boeing. So a little bit of Alan's backstory is very interesting. He wanted to be an astronaut, and it turns out he's colorblind. So that disqualified him. So he decided to do the next best thing and get into the aerospace industry as an engineer. And he was at Boeing for many years. And basically rescued their commercial airplanes division after the disaster that was 9/11, and nobody was buying commercial airplanes, which was a big challenge. And he was persuaded some years later by the Ford family to come and turn around things at Ford. And when he was first going there, he got met at the airport and driven to the executive parking garage Ford Motor Company. And he looked around and he beheld no Ford branded cars in the executive parking garage of the Ford Motor Company. He said, well, that's an interesting subtle indicator, right? These people don't believe in their own brand. And the culture of Ford leadership at the time was pretty toxic. So your enemy was not General Motors. Your enemy was the guy down the hall who was competing with you for the next stage of executive leadership. So very internally competitive. You hid your mistakes. You didn't admit failure. They didn't trust each other. It was really, really bad. So Alan's leadership methodology is centered on a couple of key things. But one of the key things is what he calls his business plan review meeting, which is a once-a-week meeting where each of his direct reports and their support staff gather together, and everybody's got in front of them a PowerPoint, which has their 5 most important objectives for the week. And they're color-coded. So green is good. I'm on track. These are good. Yellow is, I've got some setbacks and problems, but I kind of know what to do with them. And then red is, I've got a problem. I have no idea what to do with it. And so shortly before the first of these meetings, which none of the leaders wanted to come to, but he forced them to. He said, you don't want to come to my meeting? Oh, that's okay. You can't be part of the senior leadership team at Ford if you don't come to my meeting, but it doesn't mean you're a bad person. He's so unfairly positive. But anyway, so first of these meetings comes, and a couple of days before, he had a very serious sit down with Ford's CFO, who basically said, look, this company's on track to lose, I think it was $16.9 billion, close to $17 billion. That's what it'd be that year. So huge losses, right? They're staring bankruptcy, basically. So he comes in, first of these business plan review meetings, they're all there. None of the senior leaders want to be there. They have people who do stuff for them. And so they've actually got to present their own results. They've got to own their own activity. And Alan looks around the table. They've all got their papers in front of them, and it's all green. And he's looking at them people, is it conceivably possible there might be like one small problem here? And he said something I thought was really profound. He said, you can't manage a secret. If we can work together as a team, get these things resolved, we have the power in this room to fix it. But if we don't work together, it's never going to happen. And so some weeks later, Mark Fields, he subsequently became CEO after Alan retired, sort of said, all right, I think I got one of those red things Alan is going on about. He said, I'm red on Edge. Now, the launch of the Edge, which was a small SUV, was absolutely critical to Ford's product strategy. And the dealers had been humped up, excited about it. The advertising budget's been set aside. Everybody's been preparing for it. And Mark had done the right thing, which was he'd stopped the production line because of the manufacturing quality problem. Huge admission of things not going well. So the whole room goes completely quiet. Right? And what Alan does in the next 30 seconds is going to determine the future of his career at Ford. And so what does he do? He stands up and applauds. Claps, right? Great transparency, Mark. Anybody got any ideas? And stops the meeting for a minute. And it turns out in that room, there were 2 people that had experience with the manufacturing issue that Mark was dealing with and could help out. There was a person who had a great idea for how to deal with the dealers. There was another, I think like within 4 minutes, they had probably 70% of the solution to that problem worked out. And to me, that's just a brilliant example of how the leader's not telling them what to do. What he's doing is creating the context in which the best minds can sort out the answers for themselves.
It's so important.